This is the site of history burning down, the flames moving like a dancer over the historic Notre Dame de Paris, also known as Notre Dame Cathedral. The flames like vicious tongues hissing and trying to strike like a snake. The fire toppled the 300-foot, 91-meter spire and launched baseball-sized embers into the air, sparking an outpouring of grief. Across the river, a crowd gathered at night, singing Ave Maria as the fire raged on. Firefighters continued to battle the catastrophic fire on Monday evening as night fell across the French capital of Paris. Notre Dame is the most famous of the Gothic cathedrals of the Middle Ages and is distinguished for its size, antiquity, and architectural interest. The 12th century cathedral is home to incalculable works of art and is one of the world's most famous tourist attractions. Deputy Mayor Emmanuel Grégoire said emergency services were trying to salvage the famed art pieces stored in the cathedral.
Les œuvres, donc d'abord du trésor, les plus précieuses d'entre elles.
The works of art, the most precious treasures, were secured last night and taken to the Hôtel de Ville de Paris. And we would like to thank the teams as well as the City Hall and teams from the Culture Ministry, the firefighters, the bishopric, who mobilized and made up a remarkable team to secure the most precious items, notably the crown of Thorns and the tonic of St. Louis, which are safe at the Hôtel de Ville. The remainder of the artworks will be placed at the Louvre today or tomorrow as quickly as possible.
The cause of the fire is still unknown, but the Paris prosecutor's office ruled out arson and possible terror-related motives. Built in the 12th and 13th centuries, Notre Dame de Paris is the most famous of the Gothic cathedrals of the Middle Ages, as well as one of the most beloved structures in the world. It is the official seat of the Archbishop of Paris. In 1160, then Bishop of Paris, Maurice de Sully, ordered the original cathedral demolished, leading to the beginning of construction for Notre Dame de Paris in 1163. It took almost 200 years to construct the cathedral, almost as long as the entire Gothic period. 4 different architects worked on the cathedral throughout its construction period. In architectural history, the Cathedral of Notre Dame was one of the first buildings that made use of the flying buttress. Notre Dame translates to Our Lady and refers, of course, to the Blessed Virgin Mary. Many churches and chapels in France are dedicated to her under this name. Similar to Spanish-speaking countries, they are dedicated to Nuestra Señora. With 13 million visitors every year, the 856-year-old Notre Dame is the most visited monument in Paris, beating out the Eiffel Tower. The Hunchback of Notre Dame, a French Gothic novel by Victor Hugo, published in 1831, no doubt helped in popularizing the landmark, which was exactly Hugo's goal, to make his contemporaries more aware of the value of the Gothic architecture, which was neglected and often destroyed to be replaced by new buildings. It's often said that Notre Dame was in ruins until Hugo's book saved it. Walt Disney's animation film of The Hunchback of Notre Dame no doubt also helped further the famousness of the cathedral.
The people down below me. All my life I watch them as I hide up here alone.
French President Emmanuel Macron pledged to rebuild the cathedral that he called a part of us and appealed for help to do so.
I am solemnly telling you tonight, this cathedral will be rebuilt by all of us together, and is probably part of France's destiny, and it will be our project for the years to come. I am committed to this, starting tomorrow. A national fundraising campaign to restore Notre Dame will be launched, and this beyond our borders.
It's a little bit too early to say exactly what the UN will be able to do. I think now the moment is at the for the French authorities to make an assessment of the situation, and then based on that, of course, the United Nations will stand ready to help as much as we are asked for. But there has been already a spontaneous offer of support, especially in terms of expertise.
Now, in the year 1792, the church was significantly damaged as well, but by revolutionaries, when many large statues and cathedral portals were destroyed. In 1845, an extensive restoration program began, led by architects Antoine Lassus and Eugène Viollet-le-Duc. But the restoration would take 25 years, before it was completed. This begs the question of the fate of the Notre Dame de Paris this time around. Folake Adesugba for Arise News.